your voice. The walls are listening. Every detail remembers what you repeat in silence. I came from corridors built to echo doubt, where every shout faded quicker than it came out. I watched ambition burn bright and collapse. All heat, no direction, just sparks in the past. So I learned to move where the noise couldn't follow, to build tomorrow without borrowing hollow. I kept my focus narrow, my vision exact. Every thought aligned like a loaded track. I didn't need witnesses, didn't need signs. I needed consistency stitched into time. But love this announced every step they would take. I sharpened intention behind every mistake. I failed in private, adjusted the frame. Returned to the work without cursing the pain. I learned that chaos feels powerful first, but precision decides who's standing the longest. There were nights my patience shook in my chest, when speed looked tempting, when shortcuts felt blessed. But I seen what rushed as the structure and bone. How momentum dies when it's poorly owned. So I slow my breath when pressure got loud. Let calm be the signal that I was still proud. I trained my reactions, trend excess intent, cut away everything that didn't present. The future rockets step into clean, a version of self already unseen. I carry certainty without proof in my hand. Held outcomes internally, let reality plan. What I rehearsed when nobody knew began bending the shape of what later came true. I don't compete with the volume outside, I compete with the version that wants to hide. Noise fades fast, but edges remain. Nothing loud survives precision. No wild swings, just clear decisions. While they shout and feel alive, I move exact and multiply. No spectacle, no wasted breath, just pressure placed with calm respect. By the time the impact arrives, the loudest doubts don't survive. Yeah, I watch tempers flare like paper fires. Big declarations, short-lived desires. They mistook intensity for control. Didn't notice the cracks in the core of the mold. I choose restraint where ego begged, chose repetition where pride felt fed. I learned how silence sharpens the blade. How steady hands never slip when they aim. Every small action was a vote I cast for the person I be when the waiting passed. I didn't ask when it would arrive. I acted as if it already lived inside. I adjusted posture, language and pace, made discipline part of my natural face. There were days nothing seemed to respond, no signal back, just effort gone. That's when precision mattered the most. When faith felt thin, doubt felt close. I didn't add more noise to the room, didn't panic, didn't assume my doom. I refined timing, reduced the waste, trusted alignment over frantic chase. I learned that pressure applied with care can move mountains without tearing the air, like rivers that carve without raising a sound. I let time notice what I was becoming now. I don't rush the moment to prove I'm right. I let accuracy win the fight. Noise collapses under its own weight. Precision waits, then dominates. Yeah. Nothing loud survives precision. Sharp intent cuts through resistance. They explode and disappear. I stay exact year after year. No drama, no need to explain the results. Speak without a name. By the time the shift arrives, nothing loud survives. I stopped reacting to every spark, stop chasing approval, stop feeding the dark. I learned attention is currency spent, so I invested it where compounded intent. I cleaned my habits, reduced my circle, left only with strength in the internal structure. I didn't need comfort, didn't need ease. I needed clarity that wouldn't freeze. When pressure increased and the stakes felt real, when fantasy shattered and truth revealed, I practiced calm like a daily craft, so stress wouldn't hijack the path. There's a moment when chaos knocks, asking to enter, promising shock. If you open the door, it rearranges the room. If you stay exact, it runs out of fuel. I learned to let tension pass through my frame, not resist, not fold, not play his game. What you don't fight, but fully command, eventually bends to your inner demand. The world mirrors focus, not wishful cries. It answers the frequency you occupy. I built alignment when nobody cared, rehearsed outcomes before they were there. I spoke to myself with deliberate tone, like instructions engraved in the stone. I didn't fantasize, I visualized clean, removed the motion that blurred the scene. I held the image, steady and sharp, let repetition do its part. Slow days stacked in an unseen force, quietly correcting the course. The doors align without a sound, as if reality finally caught up to now. I don't need noise to confirm my place, I need precision locked in place. Was built exact without disguise. How lives the loudest battle cries. Nothing loud survives precision. Clear intent beats loud ambition. While they burn fast, chasing proof, I move exact. Body proof, body proof. Slow your breath, let the noise fall away. Nothing needs to move fast to move forever. Stay still, feel it build. I was shaped in rooms where the light stayed low, where nobody noticed the weight I wore. Every step felt quiet, almost erased, like effort dissolved without leaving a trace. I learned early that noise lies, and loud ambition burns and dies. So I carried mine behind my eyes, fed it daily, let it rise. The ground was cold, the ceiling tight, but pressure taught me how to write my name into the days unseen, into hours sharpened in between. I watched impatience ruin plans, watched panic slip through shaking hands. I chose control instead of speed, chose to water what I see. No rescue came, no warning sign, just time testing my spine. I stayed exact when it felt pointless, stayed consistent when faith felt voiceless. There were nights my thoughts ran wild, telling me I was late behind tonight. I didn't fight them with empty hype, I answered them with another night. I learned how calm can cut through steel, how steady force is the deepest deal. I stopped confusing rush with drive, stopped mistaking motion for being alive. Instead I learned to slow the frame, to hold the image, to trust the aim. The mind obeys what is shown the most, so I fed it futures, now I ghost. I felt the way before the proof, felt the rival while still in the roof. I carry certainty under my skin, even when the outside didn't agree with it. I don't need chaos to feel strong, I don't need speed to prove I belong. What bends the world without a sound is compression applied around. Compression, permanent change, no explosions, no sudden flame. While they sprint and fall apart, I move slow and leave a mark. No announcement, no display, just silent force that stays. By the time they feel the shift, the changes set, the moments fade. Yeah. I watch people chase the now, burning tomorrow for 2 days somehow. They wanted wins they could post and show, I wanted roots I could never uproot. So I chose patience over praise, chose long roads over shortcuts paid. I let discipline rewrite my shape, let repetition seal my fate. Every doubt that tried to bite got answered with another night, another hour refining thought, another moment where I didn't stop. I learned that pressure doesn't scream, it whispers, waits, then intervenes, like oceans carving cliff to bone, like time deciding what stays known. I stopped asking if it was fair, I stopped checking who was ahead. Comparison weakens the internal map, so I burned it and stayed on my path. I trained my reactions, slowed my breath, so stress wouldn't make my choices deaf. I noticed life began to respond to the way I stay calm under low situations. Been not all at once, but inch by inch, month by month I didn't force doors open wide. I stood there until the lock realigned. I learned restraint isn't lack of fire, it's directing heat with higher desire. I don't chase signs of demon proof, I stay aligned and let it move. What's built with pressure that never shakes doesn't break when the surface breaks. Compression, permanent change, slow decisions, wide range gain. They call it patience, they call it love, I call it focus, refusing to rust. No drama, no need to explain, I stay consistent through the strain. By the time the shift is clear, I've been living there for years. There's power in not reacting, in choosing response over instinct. There's strength in holding the frame when everything begs you to change. I let the tension teach my hands, let the weight refine my stance. I didn't numb, it didn't run, I let it turn me into one with the version I rehearsed in mind. Long before the world aligned, pressure didn't crush my will, it made it precise, quiet still. Now I walk lighter through heavy days, cause I know exactly how change behaves. It doesn't rush, it doesn't shout, it settles and then locks around. I don't fear slow progress anymore, I've seen what patience can restore. I don't need chaos to feel alive, I need direction, that's the rise. Every breath reinforces trust, every action adjusts the dust. I hold the image steady and clean, let reality catch up in between. I don't chase moments, I build states and states decide what eventually takes place. Compression rush, permanent change, no retreat, no rearrange. While they break under flashing light, I move silent, heavy, precise. They notice only at the end, when the shift can't be reversed again. What they call sudden, overnight, was shaped in calm but heated night. So there's raw pressure, doesn't need violence, change doesn't need noise, stay calm long enough and the world adjusts its choice.
Lower the lights, let the silence talk. What grows unseen still grows. Breathe slow, stay here.
I was built when nobody clapped. Progress crawled and the ceiling snapped. Every step felt watched by doubt. Every plan whispered you won't last. The night taught lessons the day ignored. Show me effort doesn't ask for a reward. I learned to move when eyes were gone, to sharpen myself before the dawn. No shortcuts carved in these hands, just friction, pressure, and longer stands. I carry visions heavy as chains, still walk forward through static and rain. They mistook my silence for being lost. Didn't know quiet was worth the cost. I planted thoughts like buried steel, trusted time to make them real. When nothing showed and nothing changed, I stayed exact, I stayed arranged. Yeah. I watched loud men burn their fuel, mistaking chaos for being cool. They screamed their goals into the air, then wonder why nothing stayed there. I kept my folded behind my ribs, protected from doubt and counterfeit lips. Every breath became a contract signed between patience, action, and my mind. I trained my focus when hope went thin, when optimism felt like a sin. Instead of wishing the storm would bend, I learned how to stand inside the wind. I stopped asking when my turn would come, started acting like it already had. The body follows where belief goes first, and hunger listens when discipline speaks words. I don't rush the reveal, I respect the unseen. What's forming in shadow doesn't need to be seen. Results form in the dark, far from praise, far from sparks. While they need proof to begin, I build outcomes from within. No spotlight, no applause, just steady motion, silent laws. By the time the light turns on, the work is done, the doubt is gone. There were days my name felt small, like it wouldn't echo at all. Days when effort felt one-sided, when progress stayed camouflaged. I learned the math of delayed return, how to give without the burn. I stacked habits brick by brick, knowing foundations grow slow but thick. I learned restraint from heavy loads, learned direction from blocked roads. Every setback refined my aim, every silence sharpened my frame. I visualized rooms I hadn't entered, felt my future before it rendered. The mind rehearses what life performs, if you hold the picture long enough it forms. I stopped reacting to every hit, stopped displaying in what I get. The less I spoke, the more I saw how focus bends unspoken laws. I noticed patterns in what arrived, matched perfectly to how I decide. Fear lost power when I obeyed, pressure became a tool I played. I didn't beg circumstances to change, I changed the angle of the frame, and slowly the world adjusted back, like gravity respecting my track. I learned the dark is an empty space, it's a workshop with a slower pace. And nothing that matters forms in a rush, it forms where patience learns to trust. I don't chase signs or noise, I let alignment speak. When the timing locks in, it meets me halfway. Results form in the dark, underway, under marks. No witnesses, no parade, just consistency, paid in faith while they doubt what they can't see. I'm shaping what will soon be me. By the time questions start, the answer's already carved. There's a difference between hoping and knowing, between wishing and staying in motion. Hope shakes when time gets rough, knowing stays when it's not enough. I trained my thoughts like coordinates, pointed straight where I wanted to land. I let repetition do its damage until doubt couldn't understand. The dark didn't break me down, it gave me room to build profound. No comparison, no borrowed flame, just internal pressure forging shape. Now I walk coming through uncertain rooms, because I've lived with a certain truth. I've trusted work no one could trace, trusted time to reveal its face. I don't flinch when silence returns, I know exactly how it works. Silence is where momentum grows, where discipline quietly overflows. I don't announce what I'm becoming, I let arrival do the talk. Every breath reinforces the frame, every action aligns the aim. I don't need comfort to feel secure, I need direction that stays pure. And when results finally surface clear, they match the image I held for years. Results form in the dark, before belief, before remarks. No rush, no need to explain, I trusted process through the pain. if you can work on her, the dark will deliver exactly what you rehearsed. Exactly what you rehearsed. Slow it down. Count the air before it breaks. Inhale the weight, exhale the doubt. Right here, control is born. I learned early that panic is loud, it rushes the blood, it bends the crown, the room spins fast when fear takes slave. So I taught my lungs how not to plead between one breath and the next one drawn. I felt something solid quietly form, not courage shouted from the chest, but a steady presence that outlast stress. I grew up dodging the edge of collapse, with seconds decide if you fall or adapt. Every mistake left chalk on the floor, marking the place where I wanted more. I watched people drown in a hurry to rise, choking on futures they couldn't survive. So I slowed my pulse, sharpened my sight, let patience teach me how to fight. I stopped wrestling storms in my head, started learning where calm is bred. There were nights when my hands wouldn't stop, when the world felt ready to drop. Bills like bricks, time like a blade. Every promise I made got delayed, but inside the pause before reaction, I found leverage, not distraction. I learned that control isn't gripping tight, it's choosing when not to ignite. I train my focus like muscle and bone, reps in silence, sets alone. No mirror praise, no crowd advice, just breath stacked on breath precise. I imagined outcomes before they arrive, saw myself standing steady alive, and slowly the air started bending my way, like the world was listening to what I'd say. Not out loud, but deep in the core, where intention keeps score. I don't rush the moment, I let it lean toward the version of me I've already seen. When chaos knocks, I don't react, I breathe, and that's the act. Control forged between breaths, in the space between panic and death. While they swing wild, chasing release, I build power in moments of peace. No scream, no break, no loss of frame, just steady hands in a burning flame. I don't need noise to prove my worth, I move the world by how I breathe first. Pressure followed me like a second name, every step felt weighted with blame. They said I was cold, distant still, but stillness is where I learned my will. I watched reactions ruin good plans, saw temper slip through open hands. So I chose restraint over speed, control over satisfying the need. I learned how thoughts shape gravity, pulling outcomes toward reality. What you expect starts leaning close, like shadows forming where the light goes. So I fed my mind images of command, of standing unshaken when the floor won't stand. And when life tested the structure I built, it didn't collapse, it held the tilt. There's a violence in discipline, calm, a quiet force that does no harm, but breaks resistance, bends the field, makes chaos kneel, makes pressure yield. I've been underestimated by louder men who confuse reaction for strength back then. They burn fast, bright, gone by dawn, while I'm still here carrying on. I don't chase winds that fade by night, I chase alignment that locks in tight. Every breath became a checkpoint pass, anchoring me when the future rushed fast. I don't fight fear, I let it speak, then answer slowly, calm and bleak, cause fear gets sloppy when ignored, and that's when control is restored. No wasted motion, no borrowed heat, I let the moment come to me. Between inhale and release, that's where I choose who I'll be. Control forged between breaths, built in silence, sealed with depth. While they flinch, fold or explode, I stay balanced under load. No spectacle, no public test, just quiet dominance expressed. I don't force fate, I let it align, one measured breath at a time. There's a point where struggle's slow, where the mind stops swinging blow, where you realize the world responds, not to force but to what you bond. Bond your thoughts to where you stand, not where you fear you might land. I learned that focus has a pull, that expectation shapes the whole. I stopped begging outcomes to change, started changing the frame and the frame. Now when tension fills the room, I don't rush toward the boom. I breathe deeper, slower, exactly. Over this crack while I adapt. They ask me how I stay so still when everything screams to kill the will. I tell them nothing, no advice, because control can't be taught twice. It's earned in moments no one sees. In quiet wars behind the scenes, I'm not immune to doubt or pain. I've just trained where to place the chain, around the breath, around the mind, around the vision I design. Control force between breath, stronger than rage, sharper than stress. No rush to strike, no need to prove. I let precision make the move. When the moment breaks, I won't freeze. I've already won between the beats. No sound, no flare, just control rebirth. I shape my outcome with every breath. It's limit. Hush, keep it folded in the chest, breathe low. Let the shadows do the rest. No warning signs, no raised fist in the air. The quiet ones arrive already prepared. I was raised with a ceiling pressed to skull. Dreams felt heavy, days tasted dull. Street lights flicker like they died tomorrow. Every promise borrowed, paid back and sorrow. I learned early that noise gets haunted. Every loud move gets kinda confronted. So I built my spine out of nights alone. Handshaking, still carving stone. They laugh when the map stayed blank. Set direction without hope of seeing my tank. But I kept my eyes on what wasn't seen. Future sharp, clean and mean. Every figure left a scar in my sight. The scars became lenses, cutting the light. I stopped explaining the fire inside. Let the pressure talk, let patience decide. No applause in the rooms I trained. Just sickles of doubt I entertain. I made deals with silence, sun and sweat. Every breath a promise I wouldn't forget. Cold floors, cracked mirrors, honest reflection. Fear stayed loud, but I chose correction. I watched others burn, trying to be noticed. Chasing the shine to the soul, got corroded. I stayed back, stacking hours like bricks, building weight in the wrist. Focusing ticks, what I wanted move closer each night. Now I'm begging the world, but aligning my sight. I learned that intention bends, unseen steel. That what you expect starts to learn to feel. So I expected more from the dark and the grind and the dark. And so back, reshaping my mind. No sermons, no signs, no mercy asked. Just a steady hand of the heavy task. Don't speak first, I let it show. Momentum grows where the quiet go. Strength that never speaks first, moves like a shadow, calm a curse. While they scream for a moment of flame, I wait till the ground remembers my name. No threats, no noise, no wasted breath. I arrive with the weight of practice death. When it breaks for real. Silent force is the sharpest steel. I carried out like a second skin, not as a weakness but discipline. Every time it whispered you're not enough, I answer by making the next day tougher. I measure progress in private terms and lessons learned and bridges burned. Some nights I almost folded the plan, hands on the wall talking to who I am. But even crack resolve still hold shape. If you refuse the comfort of escape, I stopped wishing the storm would end. Started learning the rhythm, learn to bend and bend. And show me angels unseen. Past reveal where fear had been. They only saw me when the door shook. Never noticed the years it took. They asked for the secret, the switch, the spark. I smile, thinking of all those darker mornings where quitting felt logical. Them nights where belief felt optional. I didn't chase luck, I trained alignment. Kept my thoughts sharp, my action violent. I tore people, but limiting lies. Told the voice that said, lower your eyes. I rewired that voice to say, stand still, let the world rush past. Sharpen the wheel, because what stays calm learns to command, while chaos slips through an open hand. No trophies build me, no crowd applause, just repetition, sharpening flaws. I don't announce when about to move, the result arise already proved. Strength that never speaks first, carries control like a loaded verse. While they talk about what they'll do someday, every move, align with the man I plan.
Now when I walk the room with justice, not from fear but earn trust. I don't explain where I've been, the posture tells you everything. I still train like I'm a gnome, still build like I'm a bow, because comfort dulls the edge too fast and hunger keeps the vision vast. I don't chase peace, I carry it, a steady flame, control legit. And when the moment finally bends, I won't speak first, I'll just end. Strength that never speaks first, outlast the loud, survives the worst. No warning shot, no wasted sound, just quiet force that breaks the ground. They'll ask when it started, where it began. I look past them, back to the man who chose the dark, who learned the pain and let silence carve his place. Still breathing, still breathing, still building. The quiet never left. Quiet never left. Quiet never left. Quiet never left.
Slow your breath, let the noise fall away. Nothing needs to move fast and move forever. Stay still, feel it build. Yeah, I was shaped in rooms where the light stayed low, where nobody noticed the weight I wore. Every step for quiet almost erased, like effort dissolved without leaving a trace. I learned early that noise lies, that loud ambition burns and dies. So I carry mine behind my eyes, fed it daily, let it rise. The ground was cold, the ceiling tight, but pressure taught me how to write my name into the days unseen, and the hours sharp and in between. I watched impatience ruin plans, watched panic slip through shaking hands. I chose control instead of speed, chose to water what I'd see. No rescue came, no warning sign, just time testing my spine. I stayed exact when it felt pointless, stay consistent when faith felt voiceless. There were nights my thoughts ran wild, telling me I was late behind a night. I didn't fight them with empty hype, I answered them with another rap, another night. I learned how calm can cut through steel, how steady force is the deepest deal. I stopped confusing rush with drive, stopped mistaking motion for being alive. Instead I learned to slow the frame, to hold the image, to trust the aim. The mind obeys what is shown the most, so I fed it futures, not ghosts. I felt the weight before the proof, felt the rival while still in the roof. I carry certainty under my skin, even when the outside didn't agree with it. I don't need chaos to feel strong, I don't need speed to prove I belong. What bends the world without a sound is calm pressure applied around.
Calm pressure, permanent change, no explosions, no sudden flame. While they sprint and fall apart, I move slow and leave a mark. No announcement, no display, just silent force that stays. By the time they feel the shift, the change is set, the moment's fixed. Yeah, I watch people chase the now, burning tomorrow for days somehow. They wanted wins, they could post and show. I wanted roots, I could never uproot, so I chose patience over praise, chose long roads over shortcuts paid. I let discipline rewrite my shape, let repetition seal my fate. Every doubt that tried to bite got answered with another night, another hour refining thought, another moment where I didn't stop. I learned that pressure doesn't scream, it whispers, waits, then intervenes, like oceans carving cliffs to bone, like time deciding what stays known. I stopped asking if it was fair, stopped checking who was ahead. Comparison weak is the internal map, so I burn it and stayed on my path. I train my reactions, slow my breath, so stress wouldn't make my choices deaf. I noticed life began to respond to the way I stayed calm under low situations. Bent not all at once, but inch by inch, month by month I did enforce doors open wide. I stood there until the lock realigned. I learned restraint isn't lack of fire, it's directing heat with higher desire. I don't chase signs or demand proof, I stay aligned and let it move. What's built with pressure that never shakes, doesn't break when the surface breaks. Calm pressure, permanent change, slow decisions, wide range gain. They call it patience, they call it luck, I call it focus, refusing to rust. No drama, no need to explain, I stay consistent through the strain. By the time the shift is clear, I've been living there for years. There's power in not reacting and choose response over instinct. The strength in holding a frame when everything begs you to change. I let the tension teach my hands, let the weight refine my stance. I didn't numb, it didn't run, I let it turn me into one with the version
Now I walk lighter through heavy days, because I know exactly how change behaves. It doesn't rush, it doesn't shout, it settles in and locks around. I don't fear slow progress anymore. I've seen what patience can restore. I don't need chaos to feel alive, I need direction that survives. Every breath reinforces trust, every action adjusts the dust. I hold the inner steady and clean, let reality catch up in between. I don't chase moment, I build states, and states decide what eventually takes place.
Compression, permanent change. No retreat, no rearrange. While they break under flashing light, I move silent, heavy, precise. They notice only at the end, when the shift can't be versed again. What they call sudden overnight was shaped in calm, repeated nights. Pressure doesn't need violence, change doesn't need noise. Stay calm long enough, and the world adjusts its choice. Lower your voice. The walls are listening. Every detail remembers what you repeat in silence. I came from corridors built to echo out, where every shout faded quicker than it came out. I watched ambition burn, right then collapse. All heat, no direction, just sparks in the past. So I learned to move where the noise couldn't follow, to build them all without borrowing hollow. I kept my focus narrow, my vision exact, every thought aligned like a loaded track. I didn't need witnesses, didn't need signs. I needed consistency, stitching the time, while others announced every step they would take. I sharpened attention behind a mistake. I failed in private, adjusted the frame, returned to the work without cursing the pain. I learned early that chaos was powerful first, but precision decides who's standing the longest. There were nights my patience shook in my chest, when speed looked tempting, when shortcuts felt blessed. But I seen what rush does to structure and bone. How momentum dies when it's poorly owned. So I slow my breath when pressure got loud. Let calm be the signal that I still proud. I trained my reactions, trimmed excess intent, cut away everything that didn't present a future. I can step into clean, a version of self already unseen. I carry certainty without proof in my hand. Held outcomes internally, let reality plan. What I rehearsed when nobody knew, begin bending the shape of what later came true. I don't compete with the volume outside, I compete with the version that wants to hide. Noise fades fast, but edges remain. Nothing loud survives, precision sustained. Nothing loud survives precision. No I swing, just clear decisions. While they shout to feel alive, I move exact and multiply. No spectacle, no wasted breath, just pressure placed with calm respect. By the time the impact arrives, the loudest doubts don't survive. I watch tempers flare like paper fires. Big declarations, short-lived desires. They mistook intensity for control. Didn't notice the cracks in the core of the mold. I chose restraint where ego begged, chose repetition where pride fell fed. I learned how silent, sharp as a blade, how steady hands never slip when they aim. Every small action was a vote I cast for the person I be when the waiting passed. I didn't ask when it would arrive, I acted as if it already lived inside. I adjusted posture, language and pace, made discipline part of my natural face. There were days nothing seemed to respond, no signal back, just deaf or gone. That's when precision mattered the most, when faith felt thin and doubt felt close. I didn't add more noise to the room, didn't panic, didn't assume my doom. I refined timing, reduced the waste, trusted alignment over frantic chase. I learned that pressure, reply with care, can move mountains without tearing the air, like rivers that call without raising a sound. I let time notice what I was becoming now. I don't rush the moment to prove I'm right. I let accuracy win the fight. Noise collapses under its own weight. Precision waits and dominates. Nothing loud survives precision. Sharp intent cuts through resistance. They explode and disappear. I stay exact year after year. No drama, no need to explain the results. Speak without a name by the time the shift arrives. Nothing loud survives. I stop reacting to every spark. Stop chasing approval, stop feeding the dark. I learned attention is currency spent, so I invested in where it compounded in 10. I clean my habit rings, reduce my circle, left only with strength in the internal structure. I didn't need comfort, didn't need ease. I needed clarity that wouldn't freeze when pressure increased, and the stakes felt real when fantasy shattered and truth revealed. I practiced calm like a daily craft, so stress wouldn't hijack the path. There's a moment when chaos knocks, asking to enter, promising shock. If you open the door, rearranges the room. If you stay exact, it runs out of fuel. I learned to let tension pass through my frame, not resist, not fold, not play its game. What you don't fight but fully command, eventually bends to your inner demand. The world mirrors focus, not wishful cries. It answers the frequency you occupy. I built alignment when nobody cared, rehearsed outcomes before they were there. I spoke to myself with deliberate tone, like instructions engraved in the stone. I didn't fantasize, I visualized clean, removed emotion that blurred the scene. I held the image steady and sharp, let repetition win part. Slow days stacked in an unseen force, quietly correcting the course. Then doors align without a sound, as if reality finally caught up to now. I don't need noise to confirm my place. I need precision locked in place. What's built exact without disguise outlives the loudest battle cries. Nothing loud survives precision. Clear intent beats loud ambition while they burn fast. Chasing proof, I move exact. Proof.
Lower the lights, let the silence talk. What grows unseen still grows. Breathe slow. Stay here.
I was built where nobody clapped, where progress crawled and the ceiling snapped. Every step felt washed by doubt, every plan whispered you won't last. The night taught lessons that they ignored, showed me effort doesn't ask for reward. I learned to move when eyes were gone, to sharpen myself before the dawn. No shortcuts carved in these hands, just friction, pressure, and longer stands. I carry visions heavy as chains, still walk forward through static and rain. I mistook my silence for being lost, didn't know quiet was worth the cost. I planted thoughts like buried steel, trusted time to make them real when nothing showed and nothing changed. I stayed exact, I stayed the rain. I watch loud men burn their fuel, mistaking chaos for being cool. They scream the goals into the air, then wonder why nothing stayed there. I kept mine folded behind my ribs, protected from doubt and counterfeit lips. Every breath became a contract sign between patience, action, and my mind. I trained my focus when hope went thin, when optimism felt like a sin. Instead of wishing the storm would bend, I learned how to stand inside the wind. I stopped asking when my turn would come, started acting like it already had. The body follows where belief goes first, and hunger listen when discipline speaks word. I don't rush the reveal, I respect the unseen. What's forming in shadow doesn't need to be seen. Results forming in the dark, far from praise, far from sparks. While they need proof to begin, I build outcomes from within. No spotlight, no applause, just steady motion, silent laws. By the time the light turns on, the work is done, the doubt is gone. There were days my name felt small, like it wouldn't echo at all. Days when effort felt one-sided, when progress stayed camouflaged. I learned the math of delayed return, how to give without the burn. I stacked habits brick by brick, knowing foundations grow slow but thick. I learned restraint from heavy lows, learned direction from blocked roads. Every setback refined my aim, every silence sharpened my frame. I visualized rooms I hadn't entered, felt my future before it rendered. The mind rehearses what life performs. If you hold the picture long enough it forms. I stopped reacting to every hit, stopped explaining what I get. The less I spoke, the more I saw how focus bends unspoken laws. I noticed patterns in what arrived, matched perfectly to how I decide. Fear lost power when not obeyed, pressure became a tool I played. I didn't beg circumstances to change, I changed the angle of the frame, and slowly the world adjusted back, like gravity respecting my track. I learned the dark is an empty space, it's a workshop with a slower pace, and nothing that matters forms in a rush. It forms where patience learns to trust. I don't chase signs or noise, I let alignment speak. When the timing locks in, it meets me halfway. Results form in the dark, under weight, under marks. Knowing this is no parade, just consistency paid in faith. While they doubt what they can't see, I'm shaping what will soon be me. By the time questions start, the answer's already caught. There's a difference between hoping and knowing, between wishing and staying in motion. Hope shakes when time gets rough, knowing stays when it's not enough. I train my thoughts like coordinates, pointing straight where I wanted to land. I let repetition do its damage until doubt couldn't understand. The dark didn't break me down, it gave me room to build profound. No comparison, no borrowed flame, just internal pressure forging shade. Just internal pressure forging shade. Yeah. Now I walk coming through uncertain rooms, because I've lived with uncertain truth. I've trusted work no one could trace, trusted time to reveal its face. I don't flinch when silence returns, I know exactly how it works. Silence is where momentum grows, where discipline quietly overflows. I don't announce what I'm becoming, let it arrive, will do the talking. Every breath reinforces the frame, every action aligns the aim. I don't need comfort to feel secure, I need direction that stays pure. And when results finally surface clear, they match the image I held for years. Results form in the dark, before belief, before remorse. No rush, no need to explain, I trusted process through the pain. Now when the light finally hits, they call it love.
work on her. The dark will deliver exactly what you rehearse.
Slowing down, count the air before it breaks. Inhale the weight, exhale the doubt. Right here, control is born. I learned early that panic is loud. It rushes the blood, it bends the crown. The room spins fast when fear takes lead. So I tell my lungs how not to bleed. Between one breath and the next one drawn, I feel something solid quietly form. Not courage shouted from the chest, but a steady presence that outlasts stress. I grew up dodging the edge of collapse, with seconds decide if you fall or adapt. Every mistake left chalk on the floor, marking the place where I wanted more. I watch people drown in a hurry to rise, choking on futures they couldn't survive. So I slow my pulse, sharpen my sight, let patience teach me how to fight. I stopped wrestling storms in my head, started learning where calm is bred. There were nights when my hands wouldn't stop, when the world felt ready to drop. Bills like bricks, time like a blade. Every promise I made got delayed, but inside the pause before reaction, I found leverage, not distraction. Learn that control isn't gripping tight, it's choosing when not to ignite. I train my focus like muscle and bone, reps in silence, sets alone. On memory, praise, no crowd advice, just breath stacked on breath precise. I imagine outcomes before they arrive, saw myself standing steady, alive. And slowly I started bending my way, like the world was listening to what I'd say. Not out loud, but deep in the core, where intention keeps score. I don't rush the moment, I let it lean toward the version of me I've already seen. When chaos knocks, I don't react, I breathe in, that's the act. Control falls between breaths, in the space between panic and death. While they swing on wild, chasing release, I build power in moments of peace. No scream, no break, no loss of frame, just steady hands in a burning flame. I don't need noise to prove my worth, I move the world by how I breathe first. Pressure followed me like a second name, every step felt weighted with blame. They said I was cold, distant still, but stillness is where I learned my will. I watched reactions ruin good plans, saw temper slip through open hands. So I chose restraint over speed, control over satisfying the need. I learned how thoughts shape gravity, pulling outcomes to reality. What you expect starts leaning close, like shadows forming where the light goes. So I fed my mind images of command, I'm standing unshaken when the flow won't stand. But when life tested the structure I built, it didn't collapse, it held the tilt. There's a violence and discipline calm, a quiet force that does no harm but breaks resistance, bends the field, makes chaos kneel, makes pressure yield. I've been underestimated by a lot of men who confuse reaction for strength back then. They burn fast, bright, gone by dawn while I'm still here, carrying on. I don't chase winds that fade by night, I chase alignment that locks in tight. Every breath became a checkpoint pass, anchoring me when the future rushed fast. I don't fight fear, I let it speak, then answer slowly, calm and bleak. Cause fear gets sloppy when ignored, and that's when control is restored. No wasted motion, no borrowed heat, I let the moment come to me. Between inhale and release, that's where I choose who I'll be. Control falls between breaths, built in silence, sealed with death. While they flinch, fold or explode, I stay balanced under load. No spectacle, no public test, just quiet dominance expressed. I don't force fate, I let it align, one measured breath at a time. There's a point where struggle's slow, where the mind stops swinging blow, where you realize the world responds not to force, but to what you bonds your thoughts to where you stand, not where you fear you might land. I learned that focus has a pull, that expectation shapes the whole. I stopped begging outcomes to change, started changing the frame, and the frame changed everything. How I move, how I wait, how I win. Now intention fills the room, I don't rush toward the boom. I breathe deeper, slower, exact, let others crack while I adapt. They ask me how I stay so still when everything screams to kill the will. I tell them nothing, no advice, because control can't be taught twice. It's earned in moments no one sees, in quiet wars behind the scenes. I'm not immune to doubt or pain, I've just trained where to place the chain. Around the breath, around the mind, around the vision I design. Control forged between breaths, stronger than rage, sharper than stress. No rush to strike, no need to prove, I let precision make the move. When the moment breaks, I won't freeze, I've already won between the beats. No sound, no flesh to control rebirth, I share my outcome with every breath. And now
Yes, well. Yes, we're now.
Hush, keep it folded in the chest, breathe low. Let the shadows do the rest. No warning signs, no raised fist in the air. The quiet ones arrive already prepared. I was raised where the ceiling pressed the skull. Dreams fell, heavy days tasted dull. Street lights flickered like they doubted tomorrow. Every promise borrowed, paid back in sorrow. I learned early that noise gets hunted. Every loud move gets counted, confronted. So I built my spine out of nights alone. Hands shaking, still carving stone. They laughed when the map stayed blank. Said direction with I hope would sink my tank. But I kept my eyes on what wasn't seen. The future sharp, clean and mean. Every failure left a scar in my sight. But scars became lenses, cutting the light. I stopped explaining the fire inside. Let the pressure talk, let patience decide. No applause in the rooms I train. Just take us a data, entertain. I made deals with silence, sign them in sweat. Every breath a promise, I wouldn't forget. Cold floors, cracked mirrors, honest reflection. Fear stayed loud, but I chose correction. I watched others burn, trying to be noticed. Chasing the shine till the soul got corroded. I stayed back, stacking hours like bricks, building weight in the wrist. Focusing ticks, what I wanna move closer each night. Not by begging the world, but aligning my sight. I learned that intention bends unseen steel. That what you expect starts learning to feel. So expecting more from the dark and the grind in the dark into back, reshaping my mind. No sermons, no signs, no mercy, yes. Just a steady hand under a heavy test. I don't speak first, I let it show. Or maybe some grows where the quiet goes. Strength that never speaks first moves like a shadow, calm but curse. While they scream for a moment of flame, I wait till the ground remembers my name. No threats, no noise, no wasted breath. I arrive with the weight of practice. Death when it breaks for real. Silent force is the sharpest steel. I carried out like a second skin, not as a weakness but discipline. Every time I whisper you're not enough, I answer by making the next day tougher. I measure progress in private terms and lessons learned, the bridges burned. Some nights I almost folded the plan, hands on the wall talking to who I am. But even cracked resolve still hold shape. If you refuse the comfort of escape, I stopped wishing the storm would end. Started learning the rhythm, learned to bend. And bending showed me angels unseen. Past revealed where fear had been. They only saw me when the door shook, never noticed the years it took. They asked for the secret to switch the spark. I smiled, thinking of all those darker mornings where quitting felt logical, of nights where belief felt optional. I didn't chase luck, I trained alignment, kept my thoughts sharp, my actions violent. Not toward people but limits and lies, toward the voice that's lower your rise. I rewind that voice to say, stand still, let the world rush past. Sharpen the wheel because what stays calm learns to command while chaos slips through an open hand. No trophies build me, no crowd applause, just repetition, sharpening flaws. I don't announce when I'm about to move, the result arrives already proved. Strength that never speaks first carries control like a loaded verse. While they talk about what they'll do someday, I let tomorrow bend my way. No flex, no roar, no borrowed fame, just a quiet rise no one can tame. When it hits with depth. Silent force outruns loud death. There's power in choosing the long road and holding the weight without being told, and trusting the pull of an unseen line that what you hold inside learns to find shape, find time, and find its place. Even when the mirror shows a tired face, I learned that patience isn't delay, it's a weapon that waits for the perfect day. Every thought became a silent command, every move aligned with the man I planned. Yeah. Now when I walk the room adjust, not from fear but earn trust. I don't explain where I've been, the posture tells you everything. I still train like I'm unknown, still build like I'm overthrown. Because comfort goes the edge too fast, and hunger keeps the vision vast. I don't chase peace, I carry a steady flame, control legit. And when the moment finally bends, I won't speak first, I'll just stand. Strength that never speaks first outlast the loud, survives the worst. No warning shot, no wasted sound, just quiet force that breaks the ground. That last when it started, where it began. I look past them, back to the man who chose the dark, who learned the pace and let silence carve his place. Still
Still building, the quiet never left.